Hello YouTube, this is the Back to Basics Weight Loss Surgery channel, and my name's Kim. I'm your Sunday vlogger, and I have my own channel under the name MsBandtastic. So our subject this week is support and how the support that we receive has impacted our journey. And they want to know about home support versus online support. So I started my journey at 272 pounds, and I have lost 125 pounds so far. I'm about 20 pounds to go, and I will tell you 100% that my support system I have developed along the way is equally important as my lap band. I guarantee I would not have been as successful as I am if it wasn't for the support that I have received, and you know, both at home and online. So my home support consists mainly of my husband. We have been married 23 years, and I was 110 pounds when we got married, and I, over the next 20 years, proceeded to become morbidly obese, maybe even super morbidly obese. I was 272 pounds, and I'm 5'1", so, I mean, I'm sure it's the top category. I was 53% body fat, so probably close to death, even though I did not have any comorbidities. My husband was totally supportive of me getting my surgery, and since getting my surgery, I've completely changed our entire life, and I have not heard one word of complaint from that man. We went from eating out 3 times a day, fast food, to not eating any fast food, probably. I would say 99% of the time for the last 20 months. I went from being the main cook in the family to not cooking that man one meal in the last 20 months. He went to cooking all of his own meals, preparing, you know, all the meals for my daughter. I have just brought no junk food into the house, and he loves that. You know, he's very supportive. I have very, very close friends. We have a really strong friendship network of people that we've hung out with for probably 15 years, and they have just been wonderful. And one of the things I want to tell you, just to illustrate that, is a couple weeks ago we were at a party, and all of us ladies were sitting around the table plotting our summer backpacking trip. We've never backpacked before, but we're planning an overnight hiking trip up in the Sawtooth Mountains to a lake that we know about up there. And our husbands walked in and said, "What the heck are you guys doing? What are you plotting?" And one of my friends turned to them and said, "We're helping Kim check things off of her bucket list." And so that warmed my heart, and it made me realize that even though my friends do not understand my journey, they don't understand anything about obesity or this whole weight loss surgery process, they do understand me, they love me, and they want to support me in the ways that they know how, which means adventures. We love that. So let me talk about my online support, because that's been my number one tool for success. The night I came home from my surgery, I discovered YouTube. I had never heard of YouTube before. I'd actually never even been on Facebook before either. So I came home, I was recovering from surgery, and I Googled lap band. And YouTube videos started popping up. And so I started watching those. Specifically, I started with Banded Wendy. And New Life for Jen made a video a couple weeks ago about inspiration versus support. And let me tell you, Banded Wendy was my number one inspiration when I started this journey. And she's the one that got me started on making my own YouTube videos. I was so inspired by her story that I had a dream that maybe I could lose my weight too. She triggered that dream in me. And she talked a lot about lurkers on YouTube, and I didn't want to be one of those people. I wanted to be someone that contributed and gave back for what I was receiving. And so that prompted me to start making my own YouTube videos. And then one of the things that happened along the way is I realized inspiration was not enough for me anymore. Even though I was greatly inspired by Wendy, as well as many, many others, I realized these people aren't me. They are not me. And I cannot do my journey the way they're doing their journey because it doesn't fit for me. It doesn't feel right to me. And so I started making connections with people starting with YouTube, that got me, that you could tell by their comments, oh my gosh, she gets exactly where I'm coming from. And so I just started building these personal relationships. And that's what I want you guys to know about the online support community is there's different levels and you choose the level that you want to participate in. I am a person who craves personal connections. So for me, it was all about the quality of these interactions, not about the quantity. I've had a lot of people comment to me, no one ever watches my videos. I only get 5 or 6 responses. I would rather get 5 or 6 responses from people who know me and connect to me than 500 responses from people who don't even have a clue who I am. So that's what I would hope for all of you that are seeking this kind of support, or the kind of support that means so much to me, is it is a process and it takes time to develop. Just like real life relationships, it's a give and take and it evolves over time and it is a risk. I mean, when you have to put yourself out there and you're risking people not liking you, or you're risking possible rejection. That is true in any relationship that is meaningful. You have to give of yourself first. And so that's what I would encourage those of you who are seeking this level of support to do, is to just, start the process. Start the connections. Through that, you're going to find the people who connect with you and who feel right to you. I'm starting to babble, but I hope you get what I'm saying. So the last thing I want to end this video on is just something funny that happened to me this week. Where my real life support and my online support kind of met and clashed and clarified for me why the online support is so important. So I have been reading the Shrink Yourself book, and I'm part of a very small book club that's going through this book together, and we're intentionally keeping it small because we need to really do the mental work, and it's like therapy. I mean, and you can't have that kind of a cathartic moment unless you can be 100% true and honest. So anyway, we're only in chapter 1 so far, but it's been just a powerful thing for me. So I'm in the car on my way to the Def Leppard concert with my sister and 2 best friends. And I decide that I want to share, part of what I'm learning about this book with them. So I'm reading them, the parts I've highlighted in the book that are so important to me. And it's all about emotional eating, which is one of my big things. So I'm telling them all this stuff that I've been sharing all this time with my online support group. And my online support group completely gets me. They're all going through the same stuff. And when I share with them, they're like, oh yeah, this happened to me. So I'm sharing with my friends and my sister. And let me tell you, you should have seen the look on their face. I mean, their mouths dropped open. They looked at me like I was some sort of freak. Or at least that's how I felt, because I will tell you this, they truly did not get it. And in that moment, I realized I'm on a different path. You love me and I love you, but you will never understand this part of me. It's my own thing. And I have found, thank God, I have found another group of people online who 100% gets me. And that is so powerful. And I wish that for all of you. So do the work, people. Reach out and find those connections. If you're not able to get them at home, which I wasn't, and it does not mean that I don't have people at home who love me and who I love, but I found the connections online that I needed to get me through this journey. So I'm sorry this video has dragged on so long, and I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say. I meant to make notes and outline and try to be more organized, but instead I've just babbled away. So I hope you get it, and if not, maybe next week. Talk to you guys later. Bye.